Hey everybody, it's Martha. Welcome back to my Shabby Craft Studio. I am going to try and redeem myself today. Yesterday's video was a mess. A real mess. I'm highly embarrassed. I almost took it down. And that may still happen. you never know. Just a mess. So today I'm going to try and redeem myself. So I have collaged a new set of 4 pages out of a book by David Baldacci, and I am trying to see if I am in too close. I hope not. So I will try and stay in frame. I promise. It's not the trying that I lack. It's the actual doing. So today I'm going to back this and I'm going to show a different method. I've done my math. I really have. And I'm going to go with 3-inch tags. Now this is 8 1/4 wide. So I'm going to make some tags and I'm going to make some pockets and I'm going to see how I like it. Now what I'm going to do is, before I even back this, I am going to do a mark. And I don't know if 3 inches is going to be wide enough. Nope. I think I'm going to change my mind already, and I thought this through already. I'm going to do 3.5. That's going to make a big pocket. Okay, maybe redeeming myself is not going to happen. I'm going to make a 4-inch tag. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make 4-inch tags. So I'm just going to make a few marks along here at 4 inches, and I'm going to put 2 different kinds of paper on the back of this. That may be a mistake. It may mess me over, but I'm sort of going to try and show you 2 different things that I do normally on one backing. I just happen to be splitting this backing up into 2 at the moment. Okay, so what I usually do is I'll take another book page and I will go this way across the back of the collage to help strengthen the collage for pockets and tags. If you wanted to put another layer on, you could literally go this way. This is what I usually do. Actually, I'm going to do that. Let's do that. Back up. Once again, Martha's changing her mind. I'm going to put an extra layer on here. And I'm just going to show you what I do if I were to keep it pockets, or if I want to turn them into tags or journaling cards or something to write on the back of. So we're just going to quickly go through and glue this. And I don't care that I'm gluing on the back of my thing because, you know, it's going to get glued on anyway. And actually, so now I'm covering up my marks, but that's okay. I can always remark it. Or just cut it when I'm done. Okay, so what I do is, I don't know if you saw that, but where the 2 pages meet, and I've collaged over them on this side to help strengthen them, I am also going to put a book page going up this way. I don't have a lot of used book pages, so yes, I'm tearing them straight out of the book. This is a book my husband got for $1 at the library, and or 75 cents or something like that. Unfortunately, our library is open, but the bookstore inside the library, they have not reopened yet. Not quite sure why. I wish they would do like a sidewalk type sale, even if it was only once a week or something. I mean, maybe they're not taking book donations. I don't know the reason why. They didn't tell me. I did ask them on Facebook if they were open, and they said no. They didn't give any explanation. So there's that. And gotta go with flow, right? And our Goodwills don't carry. They cut their book selection down from like a whole wall of books. I'm gonna have to get another glue out. from a whole wall of books to like, oh gosh, maybe 6 feet, maybe 8 feet of a set of bookcases. And it's really not, I mean, there's almost no books in there anymore in any of the Goodwills around me. I'm not sure if that's the way it is across the country or what. And finding a like Reader's Digest or one of those is really, that one's almost empty too. And so I'm gonna have to get a new, give me a second. I should have one right here next to me. And that one's empty. Okay, going through glue here. I'm gonna have to go to Joann's and get some more. So that's where I buy the Scotch Mega Stick. I go to Joann's and buy it. All right, so I've done the center, and so I have about a half a page here and a half a page here. So what I do is I tear a page off. Maybe. Maybe. I think this is 2. Maybe that's why I'm having a hard time. Okay. So tear a page off, and I sort of measure where I need to tear it. And then I just use my ruler and hope I get it straight. And so this one will go on this end. And maybe I'll do it this way. So yeah, so our Goodwills are not really carrying much as far as books. And I haven't been in Goodwill since the end of February. And even though they're open here in Virginia, in my part of Virginia anyway, I haven't been in one. So I'm sort of feeling a little like, I don't know when I'm going to be able to safely go into any of the shops that carry what I call the goodies, as far as the items that I like to go buy. Our hospital thrift shop, I haven't checked there to see if they're open yet, but they are a great place for me to find things with like lace placemats or clothing with lace or tablecloths or old sheets that I can use for various, projects. So it's kind of frustrating because the places that I would normally go to get those things, I don't know whether they're either not open or I don't know whether to trust actually going in there or not. And then when you buy something, how do you know where it came from? I mean, how do you know it's not there because somebody died from COVID, unfortunately? The possibility is there. And, what if I don't know, what if the stuff is not nice? So, to touch, not good to touch. I don't know. I mean, I bring things home and wash them anyway. I wash all my fabrics. The only fabrics I don't wash is when I have small cuts, pre-cut fabric. That's the word I was looking for. I was thinking about, what am I going to do? Am I going to split this in half and use some for pockets or not? So what I'm going to do is, I think, let me feel this. It's semi-stiff. All right. I'm going to tear this down here just for the heck of it. No, I'm not. I'm going to leave it. I'm just going to cover the back. So, let's see. I'm going to do something different than yesterday. So, yeah, it's a little disconcerting, and I'm really not sure when some of the things I have that I like are going to be able to be replaced. So I've been even more frugal than I normally am. And that's saying something because I'm pretty frugal with my items as it is. I'm going to do that just for something different. I'm going to put the lines, even though this yummy tea-stained side is pretty. My husband did a bunch of tea dyeing yesterday, and I can't remember if I told this story. I think I told it in the video from 2 videos back. I think I said that my husband had ordered some stuff on Amazon, and when I look on Amazon, I have a tendency to put things in my cart that I like so I don't have to go find them again. And so he called me one day when I was taking something up to the vet clinic, a sample up to the vet clinic for Evan last week. My husband called me. Now, mind you, I have not been out alone without him except twice since February. Maybe before that, because we pretty much almost do everything together because, I mean, you know, it just is that way. I'm not dependent on him by any means. I'm a very, very independent person when it comes to going and doing stuff on my own. But we just spend a lot of time together. Anyway, that being said, I haven't gone out a whole lot without him. So I get a text message from him saying, I just placed an order with Amazon. And I'm thinking, okay, that's different, because usually he just tells me to order stuff from Amazon. And so I said, all right. He said, I ordered whatever was in the cart plus coffee and orthotics for me. And I'm thinking, oh boy, I can't remember what I have in my cart. Because I place things in my cart and then normally I go back. And I'm sorry if I'm repeating what I've already said before, but I go back and I usually put them in the save for later or somewhere else in Amazon, my wish list or my shopping list, or just hit the save for later button and it puts it in a box below your cart. Yeah, that's what I usually do, but I don't always do it. And I'd seen Rachel from Roxy Creations, of course, do a video where she did something, and I believe it was Carol Laws. I hope it was Carol Laws, with CD holders, CD envelopes. And I wanted to try it, and I've never had any CD envelopes. So I had them in my cart, and I hadn't moved them to the save for later bin. And I was thinking, oh crap, what else did I have in there? So I had to stop at the vet clinic, and when I stopped, I checked to see what else I had in there. And it was the CD holders. Actually, Tony told me what it was. It was the CD envelopes and a flashlight that I had chosen. Ooh, that's pretty. I don't know if that shows on camera. But anyway. So, there was a flashlight. And we have one of those older, the yellow boxy looking ones with the big D battery, the big fat battery inside, I think. Oh, I hope it didn't just glue the side I wanted to face up. Oh well, who knows. So I'm trying not to make this a horrible video again, because if it is, it's not going up. I'm not embarrassing myself like that ever again if I can help it. So we got the flashlight in, and I didn't realize, because I was just looking around. I was going to look at others, and then I got tired of looking that night and just left it in my box. Or something came up and I got up away from my seat and forgot about it. Whatever. I do this in front of TV when I'm bored with TV. I shop. Shop Amazon. So I didn't realize the flashlight was a rechargeable flashlight, and it was, you plug it in like a you know, USB rechargeable kind of thing. Well, it wouldn't charge. It would turn on if it was plugged in, but it wouldn't charge. We left it charge all day, and it wouldn't charge. So we looked at each other and said, send it back. So we sent it back. Well, that's a good fit. Okay, so right about there. And so yesterday I had, oh, that's the wrong way. I had 3 folios to send out, and we had to return the flashlight. And we had to take our van for a recall to the, oh, I did that wrong because I don't want the lines going that way, right? All right, we'll show that side up. Took the van to the Ram dealer for a recall, and went by UPS and dropped the flashlight off. And then we came home and went to the post office that's close by our home instead of going to the post office in the town where we drop. We don't actually live in a town. We live in a county. And there's a small shopping center across the street, and then up the street from that is a small post office. So we use that one. We utilize that post office. Don't love the people there, but we utilize it. So went to the post office, got gas in my little car, and yeah. So if I was using these as pockets, I would have left the book pages on the back and just cut them up and used them for pockets. But since I want to use them for journaling cards or tags, I am going to cover the entire back with various papers and things. I don't want to use those. Okay. And so let's see, this is ledger paper, this is graph paper, but when we tea dyed it, you can see it's graph paper from the squares here. But when we tea dyed it, the blue all ran. So it kind of makes it a bluish green color, which is pretty too. And then this is ledger paper that I just bought a pad of ledger paper in Walmart and tea stained it. And of course it's greenish, but the lines didn't disappear. A lot of my notebook papers, the lines disappear. Some of them don't, some of them do. It's really, I guess, the way either the paper's made or the ink is made. So if you want to know before tea or coffee dyeing your items whether the ink is waterproof or not, I would highly recommend testing with water first. If you dip the sheet of paper in water and the lines all run, yeah, no, you're not going to have a lot of lines left when you're done staining it with coffee or tea. So that's one way to test before you waste a whole pad of paper on that. In that case, you could use ink, just an ink pad to stain it. Ooh. So anyway, back to the Amazon story. So what happened was we got a whole package of CD sleeves, and so Tony tea stained them yesterday, and this is how they came out, and he did a really good job. You can see the design from the placemats on them right here. So these will be fun, and I'm not even sure I have to really cover a lot of them up. I mean, I can cover them up with collage, but the really pretty ones that came out real well with print, I might just leave a lot of that showing. I mean, he gets better with some than he gets with others, but that's got a lot to do with the weather and stuff too. And once he gets success, he wants to keep trying to get it better and better. So this one came out really good. I like that one. He did a good job on that one. And that one. So it's fun to have the designs come out, but, you know, I'm lucky to have him helping me do all this stuff. And this is only about, I think half, maybe a little less than half of what he did. Of course, they expand. Paper expands when you get it wet because it's porous. And so Rachel did a video where she did something similar to Carol Laws. I think it was Carol, almost positive it's Carol. And so I'll be doing something with that in one of my videos. Then there was something that Rachel did that I was going to try, and I did try one, but it didn't come out very good. And it was a faux front envelope, I think is what it's called. Of course, it's from Gail. Gail did the original one, as far as I'm aware. And then I'm procrastinating because this has to dry before I can cut it. And so Gail did one, and one of Rachel's challenges in her 100-day project was to do a faux front envelope inspired by Gail's faux front envelopes. So I commented, and Rachel said I should give it a go. So I sort of took that as a challenge because I need to be challenged now and then. I'm finding that it's kind of fun to be challenged a little bit. So let's see. So she said that Carol did this, but I don't think Rachel did it because she didn't. Rachel, what she did was she tore bits to fit around the opening in the envelope. So she tore bits of paper and fit them around. What Carol did, and I went and looked at the video, and if I can find it again, I will link it. She put this, I have to do a sample. So say I took this piece of paper here, and I wanted to put this on I wanted to use that as my edge, right? She took this, and I have to practice doing this because I don't know. She may have taken the next smaller one. I'm not sure. See, I have to go look at the video again. But she used the die cut, and she did this. Oops. Shoot. Only she did it better than I did, of course. And then you can put that, you can glue that piece of paper on, and it fits perfectly around the circle. Of course, you'd take this piece off here or fold it over. Right? And then you glue that down. And then you have, an edge on your... I mean, how genius is that? You don't even have to... Or you could take a collage sheet like this, and you could put it in your die cutting machine, and you could have a perfect circle cut out. So I went looking to see if I had circle dies, and I do. I picked one up. I think this was this is from scrapbook.com. I think this came with my new die cutting machine. But you don't even have to have the machine to do something like that. I mean, genius? Hello. Yes, genius in my opinion. So I'm looking forward to doing that little project. And that'll be different. Okay. Let's see. Let me put this back over there. Oh my goodness gracious me. Alrighty. Hopefully this is dry enough. I'm going to remember how I want to cut this today. So, paper cutter. It's on my other table. All right. And I have a package over there that I got from Rachel. And I'm so excited to open it. But it's sort of been sitting in timeout. Not that I don't trust Rachel, that she's well. I know she is. I listen to her every day. Okay, so I'm just squaring up those edges. The ends, rather. And so I'm just waiting to dig into that, too. Okay. All right, because Rachel is such a sweetheart. And I've just been dying to get some of her pages, book pages, and the paper that she uses. What's that yellow paper? Straw paper. The straw paper she uses. All right. So I am, again, I believe this is 21 inches long. Whoops. Luckily, there was not a dog harmed in the falling of that die. They're very lightweight anyway. Okay, so this is about 21 inches-ish. Actually, I need to cut this side again. I did not trim enough off this edge, so I am going to trim a teeny bit more so it's even. So 21 divided by 3. Yes, we went through this yesterday. Is 7. I'm running into trouble here. Space trouble, not math trouble. Okay, 7, and I'm leaving it in that position. And 7. Alrighty. Now I'm going to, okay, it was this position, and I want it to go, well, okay. I'm going to do 2 things. So that's 7, and that is 8.5. 8 1/4-ish. All right. If I wanted to fit on the page of a journal, which I still have not finished this journal, which I really need to get on because I want to finish it so I know it's done. So say I wanted it to fit on this page as a journal card or a flip. It would fit that way, and it would fit that way. It would fit that way. I'm going to cut this one in half this way. Yes, we did this yesterday, I know. But this time, I'm sure. So this is 7, so 3.5. Glasses. I brought my glasses this time. Oh, look at that. I can see. 3.5. Okay. So this could be a lot of things, but I want them to be tall tags. So that's what that set is going to be. So this set is, this is the side that is supposed to be 7. It's a little larger than 7. Don't know why, because I wasn't wearing. Okay, so this one is also 7. And I think I'm going to turn it sideways so it's 8 1/4. So 4 1/8 would be in half. Okay, and I like that size as well. So I think I will do this one the same way. 8 1/4, so 4 1/8 makes it half. All right, I got my large cards that I wanted. Yay! All right, so now these, of course, could be decorated any way possible. They can be decorated with napkins like Gail did, and these all need to be trimmed up a bit. And since scissors do not cut a straight line for me, it's all the scissors' fault. I am going to just clean up my edges a bit. Okay, so see, this one, the lines do go this way. This one, because I put the paper on all facing one direction, some of the lines go sideways. That's okay. you can write on it that way. You could turn it this way and write some here. You could write some here. You can write some here. It doesn't matter. Like there isn't anything wrong with that, in my opinion. So these are going to be a little bit skinnier because I'm like trying to, oof. My blade is really dull from cutting all the plastic for the ephemera folios. That happens. Let's see. Okay, I think that one's okay. This one needs a touch up at the top. And I love how the paper clip shows up on that, on my digitals. I just love using three-dimensional things and then putting it on the scanner because it just, it gives it such depth. Ooh, yuck. My glue tip is really nasty. Okay. So there was, I did 4 short videos yesterday. And in yesterday's video that I published were 2 of the 4 short videos. And so I gave some tips in a couple of the videos. And now I don't remember because I watched that crazy, very sad looking, horrible video from yesterday. I watched that more than I cared to remember that I watched it. And I don't want to watch it again. I've tried. I can't torture myself anymore with it. So I gave a couple of tips. One of them was if you use art glitter glue, order some now because they do not deliver it in the winter. Wow, that's really off. Okay, so which way? I'm trying to decide which edge is actually straight. I think that edge is straight. I think it's this edge that's off. But, all right, I don't want to cut that. All right, are we going to go with that being straight? And square everything else up based on that, maybe? Okay. So you have to pick an edge and decide which one you want to consider straight and then work off of that edge. Anyway, if you use art glitter glue, get it now because they will not ship it in the cold. So if you order some this month, a refill bottle, if you go through it as fast as I do, order a refill bottle now, order a refill bottle next month, and order a refill bottle in September. And then that should keep me, personally, that would keep me, that still doesn't look very straight. Okay, we're not going to overthink it. That would keep me in glue for quite a while. So that's one of my things is I need to go through my glue and see which ones I need to refill. Because even glue sticks, I like to buy them in the summer, not in the winter. Because if they ship in the winter, the glue is compromised. It can freeze and then it kind of doesn't do its job. And I think that's why some glue sticks are the way they are. Just my personal opinion. I'm not a scientist, so I think it's a good way to stock up on glue is to do it in the summer if you can. And for me, that's a good tip to share with you. And it works for me. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 of these. So on these, I will probably, I'm going to just make a small cut up here. And a small cut here. And then this one's about the same size. So I'm gonna line up the top and the sides, and then I'm going to chop chop. So we got the recall done on our van, 2 trips into Culpeper. I don't like these creases. I'm not sure where they came from. See that? It's got to be the book page in the middle. I don't know what I did wrong, but anyway, maybe when the glue dries it'll be better. So these are all set for decorating. And I'm not going to torture you with that. This was just a short, I gotta make up, show people that I do know what I'm doing if I'm not overtired and I'm thinking about it. I'm just going to go for the tag thing. I kind of like the curve of this card, so I'm going to go with that. Fun. Actually, what I'm going to do is turn it over this way. It's easier to see by far. See, use what you got. If you don't have a paper cutter, a corner cutter, then find a card or something with an edge on it you like and use that. Tip number 2, right? This one, I'm going to make these a little deeper. And as of today, I have 3 more ephemera folios in the shop that my husband helped me with. Oh, I don't want to cut that off. I don't want to cut the paper clip off, the round paper clip. So flip it upside down. Right? Right. So if you're looking for an ephemera folio, they are currently in my Etsy shop. And we are trying to keep them as stocked as we can in the shop. Okay. Yay. I'm happy with those. And now I can decorate them when I get, a journal I want to use them in. I'll just decorate them appropriately, either napkins or with other ephemera or whatever. So let's see, where am I at? 36. Okay, I'm going to have to check and see if I was even on screen with any of this. I don't know if I was. So we'll see. Hopefully, because I would like to use this video as redemption for my last very sad, very crazy, very whacked out video. All right. So you all have a great day. Happy crafting. Thank you again for being here. Love you guys. Be well, be safe, stay healthy, be careful out there, and happy crafting, like I said. Bye-bye.